So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Heather. Welcome to our home and thank you for coming tonight. And those of you on Zoom, thank you as well for joining us from, I think, Melbourne. Yeah, here in Melbourne area. So we've got a couple teams going on at the same time here tonight. But again, thank you for coming. I appreciate you being here, having an open mind, just learning about something new. And thank the person that invited you. This is something that has changed our lives completely. So I'm going to play just a quick video. It's an intro video of 3. Yeah.
We're living in an era defined by processed foods, surging living costs, and AI job displacement. Yet, within these challenges lies the opportunity of a lifetime. Now is the moment to take control of this future physically and financially. You have the chance to be part of a life-changing opportunity where you can impact your family and future generations. The company 3, a leader in proactive wellness, has emerged as a force of innovation and transformation. We offer unparalleled opportunities for individuals to create meaningful change in their lives and the lives of others. We have made profound impacts launching in February 2023, touching lives around the world in over 14 countries. We achieved record-breaking sales in our first year and continue to experience exceptional growth. The health and wellness industry is projected to expand by over $450 billion in the next 6 years, and we're committed to leading the way. At 3, we want to give you the true health benefit of the pain, something you can feel and see a difference quickly. Each product is packed with powerful plant-based nutrients that are combined with a proprietary curation process, and then innovative cellular absorption technologies to ensure the nutrients absorb into the cells for maximum. The quality and effectiveness of the life-changing product is evident by their approval to be included in the well-known Prescriber's Digital Reference, or PDR. PDR has been a valuable resource to medical doctors and providers in the healthcare community for decades. Our products are GMO-free, clinically studied, and third-party tested, all designed to support health and proactive wellness for everyone, and are poised to become an essential household name. 3 is founded by highly respected Daniel Chapman, who has decades of experience in global operations. Our science is backed by a board of globally recognized doctors from the Mayo Clinic and Johns Hopkins. Guided by our chief scientific officer is the Caltech trained and world-renowned phytonutrient chemist, Dr. Dan Gunther. 3 is dedicated to empowering individuals physically, but also financially. We are a platform that provides a modern approach to growing your business and managing everything from your smartphone with the help and support of others. We have created a simple system that teaches you how to make an impact while earning an income. When you join us, we offer a free training platform which caters to both people who are new to the profession and seasoned entrepreneurs. This system will teach, train, and coach you and your team members. This plug-and-play system that offers flexible part-time opportunities allows everyone to excel. We want every person that joins our team to experience life to the fullest by earning free incentive trips, diversifying their income, and creating time flexibility. By joining 3, you're stepping into the future with limitless potential, supported by a community of uplifting, like-minded individuals focused on growth, success, and most importantly, wellness. Whether you just want to feel better, have more choices, flexibility, or earn an extra income, we know 3 is your answer. We're not just envisioning a brighter future, we're actively creating it. We would love for you to join us on this journey as we embrace the opportunity to secure a life filled with vibrance, confidence, and community support. Let's build a future together. Are you ready to join the movement?
All right. We are. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming. Appreciate everybody spending their Friday evening with us, especially those on Zoom. It's really awesome that we can reach out to multiple states at the same exact time. So it's very cool. For those of you who don't know me, I believe I've known pretty much everybody here, but Michael especially, welcome to 3. Here we are. So we actually started 3 back about a year and actually right at the very beginning, we're always looking for something that we can make additional income. And then all of a sudden, now that we're getting a little older, we're definitely looking forward more to the health side of it too. And I was like, hey, we want to be around for a lot longer, so let's start taking care of ourselves, both financially and in our wellness. So that's kind of where we really where we got started. We found out through friends just like this, like we went to a meeting and really enjoyed the community and the opportunity. So that's kind of how we got here. If I look around this room, it's pretty awesome because I did not know anybody in this room except for my mother-in-law and my wife. And that's really cool because it's, we've met so many people through this platform or through this business, and the foundation is really the people. Everybody here has been so purpose and just very driven to have the same goals that we have. And it's been a really good, it's been really good camaraderie, and we have a lot of, purpose. So the purpose is definitely, we're founded on 3 platforms. People, purpose, and platform. Platform is the entrepreneurial aspect of this is insane. We have a great way to make money. We also have a great way to stay healthy. So People, purpose, platform is basically where this whole company is from. So there's different ways that we can gain a profit out of this company. Health is obviously, everybody needs a little bit of health in their life. With everything we put into our bodies, everything we're around these days, it's just terrible. We're always, everybody needs health. You need a good detox, you need a good supplemental plan. And that's when it's time. This allows us to do this anytime you want. I've mentioned that. If she wakes up in the middle of the night, she's like, "Yeah, I want to check my emails and see if I can help anybody." And she does. So it's really good. You have plenty of time, plenty of flexibility. You can do this from anywhere on your phone, anywhere you want to do it. Financial, the comp plan that Mike will go over later has been great. It allows you to really open up with your finances. It definitely allows you for more income on a monthly basis. We get paid weekly, so it's actually straight to the pocket type of advantage. And then of course, again, the community, right back to the people. We spend more time with this 3 group, than I do with all our other friends. Are like, hey, I was like, hey, if you want to be cool, make money. Our leaders, as you saw in the video, Daniel Piku, he's a great guy. He is literally one of the nicest guys you'll run into, and he'll stop everything he's doing to talk to you and really give you whatever information you need to know. He was been doing this forever. He's been over 20 years in the business. He's got 2 successes. He's already done this twice successfully, so he knows what he's doing. And the relationship building that he's already done with people all over the world has allowed us to get into 15 different countries, which is unheard of in a year. And a company that's only been around for a year. Dr. Dan Gugler, his patents alone should be impressive, but he's also formulating new absorption technologies and everything. He's Caltech trained. He's probably going to be a Nobel Prize winner at some point. Super down to earth guy. We could probably text him right now. He could probably call up just because that's the kind of guy he is. Same thing with Dan. There's no other CEO that can say, hey, I got a problem, and if we send him a text, and he probably won't answer. He knows, but yeah, there's a good group of people. So that when you can open up to them and open up gifts, it's definitely a good group of people to have running your company. This is our scientific advisory board. So we've got the luxury of having 3, the top 3 here in Jacksonville. These people are unpaid doctors, and it just goes to show you that, and these not only are unpaid doctors, but they're doctors with very high credentials. These have been around. So it goes to show you that what they're putting their name on is extremely good. They're not just going to throw their name on any white label stuff and say, hey, that sounds good. But they literally help do the research, and they help formulate the different ideas that go into 3 itself. So the big thing that kind of separates us apart from every other company, every other company says, hey, we're good, we're the best, all that kind of good stuff. But really when it comes down to it, we have exploration. So Dan Hoover goes out to all these exotic places and finds all these different types of things to try to pull different molecules up. Okay, his favorite word is molecules. So he literally goes out and does this hands-on by himself. He's not pushing out to a third party, he's not having anything else happen. And then he brings it back actually to Salt Lake City where everything is made, and he curates it by himself with his team. And so he's not counting on somebody else to try to do his research and try to do his job. And then absorption technology, and that's the bread and butter of our things, because it actually is getting into your cells. Anybody can throw medicine at anything, but if it's actually not working, then what's the point of just wasting your money? So the absorption technology is second to none. And he has a little thing to say about that as well.
And so we need a suite of different strategies, and no other company is using so many different cellular absorption technologies. They have one. They usually have zero. 98% of them have zero, 2% of them have one. We have 11. And that's why our products are powerful. And for those of you who take our products and felt the difference, that's why. They're actually getting into the cell.
Sounded better than myself. So this is what when you go to talk to doctors and stuff like that, every doctor wants to throw pills at you. That's they're cured of everything these days. So
It's a ghost.
all right, that's all. That was weird. Where was I? The physician desk. So anyway, yeah. So like I said, every doctor just wants to throw pills at you. So all the pills that the doctors can prescribe are in the physician's desk reference. Okay, I never knew about the physician's desk reference before, but that's actually the Bible for the doctors, and it's a way that they can look up to make sure that the drugs that they're prescribing can and will interact well with each other. The best part, one of the best parts, I think, about our technology and our products is that all of them are in the physician's desk reference, which is unheard of for a supplemental company. So that is really, when you go to talk to doctors and stuff, I just talked to my optometrist the other day. Talking to the nurse, I said, have you ever heard about these products? And she said, no, I haven't. But I said, well, they're all in PR. She's like, wait, what? Okay, wow, that's cool. And like it totally, they use it, so she knows. So that's pretty neat. That's in Thailand. So Thailand is known for its lush, fertile soil. It's untouched, untapped. They don't have a lot of turnover like we do in the States. So what we do is we have a medicinal plant research institute in Thailand where we can go and grow certain species of plants that we use for our actual products. There's no chemicals, it's all natural, and it allows us to really research things on the highest level. That's all I've got. I know, that's quick. So again, one of the awesome things looking at is Heather Dutcher. I appreciate that. She's actually a VP with Bank, and she's pretty awesome already. She's busy. She's but she's really become one of our very close friends, her and her husband. And this is her house, and we love having her hosting, and we really appreciate everything. So
Yay. Nice. So I could geek out a little bit on this part. I'm going to talk a little bit about the products and what makes them each so special. All of the slides do have a lot of information. What I will say is if you want to know more about like the specifics or the specific ingredients, come find me after, ask the question on Zoom. We'll be happy to answer it. And there's a new product that we just launched. It's actually the world's first neurocosmetic. And you've probably heard the term neurocosmetic before. Usually it's based off of scent, smells, things like that. But this is actually created with a very specific molecule with a very specific patented cellular technology that shuttles that molecule to the correct place. So it actually creates a skin to brain linkage where other neurocosmetics do not do that. So I'm going to play just a little quick video.
Your skin is not just your largest organ, but also key to your well-being. Science reveals a special link between your skin and brain. Your skin's tiny nerve fibers send signals to your brain that support the health of the feel-good molecules that promote a positive mood state. This positive state creates a better environment where healthy skin functions can be supported, resulting in a more radiant and resilient complexion. Introducing Visage Super Serum by 3, the first neurocosmetic designed to promote the health of the skin-brain connection. Packed with natural plant molecules and nerve-supporting ingredients that help you look and feel amazing. Look good, feel good with Visage Super Serum by 3.
Shout out to our marketing. So, yeah. This is the Neurocosmetic Super Serum that was just launched. It's already sold out. I heard that we are getting it back at the end of October, maybe in the next week or two. So excited about that. But essentially what this is, along with like the technology that's in it, it's going to support hydration. It's going to support the complexion, fine lines, wrinkles, dark spots. But I can tell you honestly, what I've noticed personally is, because I've always had like a good skincare routine in general. But what I've noticed is when I put it on in the morning, I actually focus and like have so much more energy at work. And I think that has truly helped me like in the last, since we've been back, I've used it every single day and I love it. It's got some really amazing ingredients, some of them not going to try to pronounce. So as you can see, I mean, there's just a ton of nutrients, a ton of phytonutrients as well. Got your normal, vitamin C. Another really cool item that's in here, ingredient that's in here is bakuchiol. And it's like a vegan version of retinol. So it really targets the fine lines and the wrinkles on your face. But everybody wants this. We have people, I have some if anybody wants to try it. But we have people who are like on wait lists for this. And then the results speak for themselves. There's individuals in this video that I'm about to show that have used it for a couple of days and see differences. And then there's people that have used it a little bit longer and see differences. It just all kind of depends on your skin. Hyperpigmentation. Pores. It smells amazing too. My husband, when he puts it on, and then he'll put it on. Yes, he wears it too. See, guys need skincare too. Okay, so this, if I would say, if you were to get any product, I would definitely say this would be a staple. The reason being is because this is like your all-in-one. It's your multivitamin. It's got it's got a berry blend. It's got your probiotics, your prebiotics. It's got 72 trace minerals, amino acids, essentially everything you need for your body to be in homeostasis. It does also have the omega-3s in this as well. So it helps with eyes, joints, brain health, all of the above. Point at this. Don't forget, yeah, sorry. The immune, we definitely need this right now, with flu season coming up. But the really cool thing about our immune product is it supports both your innate and your adaptive immunity. So you have two immune systems in your body. And then it also has quorum sensing, a quorum sensing blend. And what quorum sensing is it basically inhibits or prevents bad bacteria like talking to each other. So what happens is instead of it talking to each other and multiplying, it doesn't talk to each other and then they die off. So you start to feel better. So I can tell you my mom has not been feeling well lately. And I brought some to her and she's gonna be taking it twice a day and it's gonna help clear her very quickly. Eternal, I would say this is a pretty popular product. The reason being is because it's actually an antioxidant super blend. So it works to neutralize free radicals, it promotes cell health. And again, as Chris mentioned, our cellular technology, we have 12 of them, gets it into the cell and almost kind of like gives it a boost and makes you have a little bit of energy too. Glutathione, I'm sure you probably have heard of that, especially with all of the COVID that was going on. People were really into like glutathione IVs. It's one of the most, actually, I think, yeah, it's one of the most popular, powerful antioxidants in the world or in nature. And it costs usually about $500 because the only way that you can get glutathione is either intravenously or intramuscular because of the size of the molecule. Resveratrol, again, a very powerful phytonutrient. You find that in red wine, a lot of red wine, but this little packet, it's a liquid packet. And again, I have some too, if anybody wants to try a sample. But it's really good for protein, like possible. So try that. Purify. This isn't really like a product, but I can tell you it's my favorite. This is a daily full body detox. It actually cleanses your 5 main organs. I know liver is really something that needs to be cleansed very frequently, especially to get rid of the free radicals and things that we're absorbing daily. And the reason that it's green is because you'll see on the bottom left, it has a chlorophyll capsule. So the actual chlorophyll is in the actual capsule itself. So pretty cool. And of course, again, all of the amazing ingredients. But I can say that this has helped me tremendously. And I know a lot of others as well. Definitely need a daily detox. And it's not harsh to where like you're running to the doctor. You can take it daily and you'll be Revive. So we have quite a few testimonials and stories with Revive. I would say this is probably another really popular one. The reason being is because majority of disease is actually caused by inflammation in the body. So this product specifically actually has ingredients in it: curcumin, black cumin oil, boswellia, grapeseed extract, all of the things that actually promote inflammation genes to go down. So you can take this instead of, this is what we call the crunchy Advil. You can take this instead of ibuprofen, Advil. It helps with headaches, it helps with, back pain, leg pain, knee pain, you name it, it helps with. And on that pain side too, obviously inflammations. Collagen is our collagen. It is a liquid. And the reason that it's liquid and that it's in a package is because when you open collagen, like you've probably seen the powder form, when you open collagen actually oxidizes. So then it just becomes basically depleted. It doesn't do what it's supposed to do. It's not highly bioavailable anymore. We actually use the type 1 collagen, marine collagen. So it's one of the best collagens that you can actually put into your body. Again, collagen has a very large molecule. I backed it up to answer the word. But we have technology that breaks that down, encapsulates it, and then gets it to your cells. We've got your others, vitamin C, keratin, biotin, hair, skin, nails, majority of the things that you normally see with collagen. And then this is, again, lots of testimonials, which is incredible because you're actually able to use these types of things to say, look, you've got something that's from the shelf that you're probably still not feeling very good, but we actually have testimonies that are showing that these products work within a short amount of time. and they're getting into your cells. So again, the results are prevalent. Here's one of our team members who was day one, first ever starting collagen, and then day 10. The biggest thing with our collagen, I will say, is also the type of collagen that we have and the type of technology that we have built into it. It's a 10-day on, 20-day off product. So you actually only take it for 10 days at a time. And then what it does is it teaches your body to produce collagen again on its own. Again, give it up for our marketing team because I mean, these are just stunning images, stunning products as far as the packaging. And then this just kind of shows essentially what you're getting. And these are all food-based products, phytonutrients. So you can take these on an empty stomach. You can survive off of these things. It's essentially like you're eating food. No harmful ingredients. I think that's a mommy tick box that we all like to see. And those that are, you know, sensitive to certain things. So they took every possible way to ensure that there were no harmful ingredients put into our products. Again, they're not white label, they're literally made in our scientific office in Salt Lake. We do have third-party studies that are done on our products. Some of them are for cellular absorption, as we've talked about with the technologies, and then talking about the Revive, where the anti-inflammatory, where the superoxide production study was done. And I have majority of the studies because they're quite lengthy, where we can send them to you via link. But the epigenetics is probably my favorite. I don't know if anyone's heard of that. I know I didn't until partnering with Bree, but essentially what epigenetics is turning on the good genes and turning off the bad genes. And we have had a study that was done on 4 products, and the test results, which I'll show you here in just a second, came back and they were like, yeah, there's no way this is right. It's too good. Do it again. So they paid another fee to have it retested. And it did the same thing. Our products actually right now are turning on good genes and turning off bad genes.
Every second, your genes are on the brink of chaos. More than 20,000 genes in your body are acting as switches, turning on and off constantly, each and every day using epigenetics, which tells things when to move, where to go, and what to make. They are designed to run perfectly, but factors such as pollutants, stress, processed foods, poor sleep habits, and lack of exercise have allowed your body's epigenetics to stop functioning optimally, causing you discomfort, lack of drive, and other more detrimental consequences. One way to help this is by being proactive and taking charge of your genes to promote and maintain the epigenetics within your own body. At 3, we have designed and demonstrated that our products can do just that.
So here's the study. It's kind of small, so apologies. And again, I have it here.
Next slide.
It will go bigger. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Like that.
Maybe not, sorry.
No, that's okay. No worries. We'll go back. I'll use Okay, sorry. So here are the genes that were tested. You've got GLP-1, which is a huge thing right now with, you know, the semaglutides and things like that. And we're seeing a lot of those side effects from those products that people are taking to help balance that GLP-1. And these products, as you can see here, GLP-1, I think those are the two that affect it, but it's increasing it by 350%, 293%. So that's turning that back on in your body once it gets into the cell. And then the inflammation gene, I think it's IL-6. Yeah, IL-6. That's your inflammatory gene. So not just the Revive that is targeted for inflammation, but even your antioxidant blend and your multivitamin. Those are turning that down as well. And this is just I think this is actually really side, because I can tell you that I've probably had almost every single one of these. And the price point is way less, as well as the product count is way less. So essentially, everything that's in here is in there. Everything you get fine. It's just incredible, the prices on these products that are actually. And now I'm gonna introduce someone who has been so amazing and so tentative and helpful and just always there. He has probably one of the biggest hearts. He is Mike Hullis, the former Jaguar kicker, who is also Pro Bowl recipient, or in the Pro Bowl as well. He owns his own kicking academy, and he is also a part of 3 with us. And I couldn't be more grateful for the friendship that we have established. So thanks, Mike. And
Yes, like we said, we've met, I have too, as well, met some pretty amazing people in this industry, this company, really. I say industry because I've done these before, and I haven't met cool people like you guys.
He keeps coming back to our meetings, so.
So like Heather had said, I've done some pretty cool stuff. I was in the NFL for 9 years, and Pro Bowl and all that jazz. That was a picture of one of the kicks in the Pro Bowl. I had the luxury of having my holder with me too, which was the 5th time in the NFL history that happened. Just a side note, fun fact: Brian Barker, punter from the Jaguars, and he went to the Pro Bowl the same year I did. So it's kind of a good thing when your kicker, punter, and holder can work together. But that's my spine as of about 3 years ago. I've had 4 back surgeries, and I took a lot of Advil during the time I played. And so when I was at a meeting just like this, the Revive was something that popped out of me. Like, okay, cool, I want to maybe try the Revive. And I came in as a founder, which I'll get into that in a minute. But I got all the products, a bunch of all the products, but the Revive clearly was one of them. And I was able to get off my Advil. I've been taking a lot during the time I played. And then even with the Kicking Academy, I was taking it as needed. And so it was, my liver was not happy with me. I know that, and I just didn't want. I hated taking it, but I had to until Revive came around. And needless to say, since March 30th of last year, when I got all my products, and even prior to that, it's probably the last time I took any Advil. I take Revive on a daily basis now, so I don't have to take anything, any medications. I don't have any drug medication. I don't do anything. I can't remember last time I saw a doctor. I mean, I haven't in a while, but I don't feel like I need to, so I'm feeling very, very good. And I think the epigenetics part of it has a little bit to do with it as well. I'm a firm believer in the epigenetics of what's done with regards to the downregulating the inflammatory genes. There's 2 of those 8 genes that were studied. 2 of them were inflammatory genes, and we had 3 of the 4 products actually downregulated a couple of those genes. So I believe that was a big deal too. So getting into the business side. Now we're going to talk about some money. Everybody like money?
yeah.
Okay, cool. This is another thing that jumped out at me. I actually invested in a software development company years ago, but we also had a credit card processing company as well that we embedded inside of our software as another vertical for our business, right? But we had companies in Mexico and Canada that want to get involved with our software, and here I am as a lead investor. I'm like, yeah, this is great. Well, we had a meeting that day, and our lead developer was there, and I said, Jake was his name. He said, hey guys, I don't think we can do this. I said, Jake, give me one reason why we can. He gave me like 15 reasons why we couldn't, and the reasons were, it's very difficult. You have to know the decision makers in all these countries. A lot of regulations in different countries. You just have to a lot of coding, a lot of headache, a lot of red tape, and hoops you got to jump through to get into a country. We opened up in 14. We're in 15 countries now, and we have 100 more countries on the list to go. I think our next country is going to be Korea, and then we're going to focus on the European countries after that. So we're expanding. This is the first phase, okay? And again, remember, we're only 18 months old. And if you know anything about this industry, getting in a company that has the credentials that we do, you'd be silly not to at least give it a shot. Because, and I'm not saying I'm not forcing you to join. Clearly, don't want to do that. I'm not trying to force anything on you guys, but just chained up and everything. But my point is that there's a lot of truth to these to be told or said about the fact that getting in early in something like this, you can make a lot of money. You know, it doesn't mean you get in and you sit on your hands and do nothing. You gotta do some work, but the potential's there, the market's there because we're expanding so quickly. So very, very cool opportunity, and we're in all these countries, obviously, you can see there as well. So we're in the industry that is growing very, very rapidly. We're expected in the next year or so, actually 6 years, 5 years essentially, since we're almost in 2025, to be a $328 billion industry. So we are in the right place, the right time. It's annual growth of 6.4%. I think Forbes came out with an article not too long ago, and the title was how side gigs have become a new normal. So people are becoming adapting to having extra streams of income, and this is clearly one of them. And then everyone I talk to about getting involved in this, first thing I say is like, this is something you can do part-time. You don't have to do this full-time. Don't think you have to leave your job to do this. And you know, unless it's making more money eventually than your job is, I mean, you might want to consider leaving your job to do this, because it is very, very time rewarding. You know, we can spend time, you know, doing things around the house and, you know, doing some phone calls. It's a very cool opportunity to meet a lot of people, to help a lot of people. I'm a very passionate person about my health and wellness, but I also share that with others as well. So I'm really in the business of helping people financially and in their health. But you know, there's some people that don't like this industry, but that's okay. We just, you know, it's kind of a numbers game at that point where you get to help people that actually have an open mind. And I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot more people with more open minds, especially with the economy the way it is. People are looking. So not only is our company breaking records and doing cool things, this is another cool thing. We've just been rated by an organization called Business for Home, and there was 823 companies last year that they evaluated. This company's been doing this for years, and they rate them by the top ranking is AAA plus. Okay, so there's only 7% of the companies that they evaluated were given a AAA plus rating. Guess what? We were one of them. But not only that, I'll take it a step further. We were the youngest of the 7% with the AAA plus rating. So our company's doing a lot of really cool things, and we're making waves in the industry. We're getting a lot of attention from other companies. They're like, "What's this company doing? Like, why are all these people joining?" Well, there's a lot of reasons why. Danny and PQ is one of them. As far as our CEO is doing a lot of good stuff with our company. So, who's joining us? People like me, former NFL players, cheerleaders. There's a bunch of them. It's kind of cool for the guys, you know. I mean, I'm in there, right? Coaches, I got a couple of coaches. John Bonamego, with Jim knows. By the way, just my kicking coach, Jim DeCon. He taught me everything I know about kicking. So he's a coach, and he's in too. So we'll talk about that. But John Bonamego was a special teams coach in the NFL for 20 years. And the reason I bring that up, and plus all these other industries, entrepreneurs, realtors, right? Pharmaceutical reps, business owners, like we have actually lawyers, we have attorneys, we have all kinds of people in all kinds of different industries. And the cool thing about it is those are people who have reputations and they're still joining us. So don't think this is like, oh, it's one of those things. Well, look at who we're bringing on. Okay, we're bringing on doctors. One thing that we mentioned with the PDR is the fact that we are in the PDR. Doctors have given us instant credibility. The second you mention that our products are in the PDR, like Chris said, their eyes perk up. Like, wait, what? Yeah, they're in the PDR, and there's only 22. I've seen 28. I've seen 22. I'm used 22. Nutraceutical companies in that book. Only 22, and there's probably thousands, of pharmaceutical companies. That's what it was designed for, is the pharmaceutical industry. But with regards to now, they're adding proactive wellness companies in there because our products are actually working, and to be in that book, they got to know that the products are actually working. They're legit. They're safe and effective. Obviously, a lot of clinical studies. You have to you can't white label. You have to prove that you're the manufacturer from seed to sale. So my point in saying all that is the fact that we're attracting a lot of people with reputations and names on the line, right? So they won't just do anything. They'll do all the due diligence they need to make sure that they're making the right decision, and we're getting a lot of those kind of people on board. As I mentioned earlier, getting in early, that's that yellow star right there at the bottom. That's kind of where we are right now. And just think about this, there's companies that have been in this industry for a very long time that have been around and everyone knows about them, but they're up in the stability stage right now. But if you were down there in the concentration phase of those companies that are now in the stability phase, you probably, unless you didn't do any work, you probably made a lot of money. probably living on an island right now, so, right? Or maybe even owning the island, who knows? But yeah, so obviously when we're in the concentration phase, and people around Jacksonville, they kind of are starting to hear about us, so we have a pretty big presence here, but other parts of the country, not as big, but still we're growing, and we're brand new, we're only 18 months old, so that's a good thing. We'll start to see empty wrappers and garbage cans in public places, so cool stuff. So our compensation plan, and I'll start off by saying this, I'm familiar with them, I've done these before. And I'm also learning a lot more about other companies and how much they've paid and compared to this. I'll give you an example of Pauline Olitsky, who's a dentist here locally. Her husband, they own both of them, but her husband does the work at the dentistry, the cosmetic dentistry place called Smile Stylish. So Pauline actually walked away from that because she was tired of seeing her, babysitter nanny, like taking the kids to the beach, and she felt she was missing out on her kids growing up, right? So she decided to walk away and join a company in the industry. She spent 8 years in that company, and in the 8 years, her highest month, as far as salary is concerned, was about $40,000. So that's good. Okay, but she enrolled like 800 people in the company, right? Well, when the products were they were changing the formulations in that company, and people were kind of like not really happy with that, kind of upset, and they wanted to move out and find other jobs or other other businesses in the industry. But Colleen, when she heard about this, she decided to take a huge risk. She had a team of 13,000 people in her organization, and she left that company to join our company. And within 7 months, and I think she enrolled maybe 50 people, maybe a little less, she'd already hit that $40,000 per month. So that tells you the difference in how much that other company was paying compared to what we're paying. And, a fraction of the amount of people that she enrolled in the other company, and she's making more clearly on those people. So my point is really with regards to our compensation plan, there's a lot of different ways. And in this industry, businesses in this industry have a lot of different ways they pay. And it can be complicated. It's sometimes, Heather, you can vouch for this too. It's, you have people asking questions, and sometimes you have to really okay, this is a good question. I got to make sure I get this right. But just know that there's a couple in there that are like team commissions is our basic cycles, our team cycles, and then leadership referring back matching bonus. Those two are going to be your biggest forms to be checked. But there's plenty of other ways that you can get paid. But what you're really looking for, especially in the industry we're in, is what we refer to as like mailbox money. Obviously, it's all digital now, so it's not really giving checks unless you want them. I think. I don't know. Are you offer checks?
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
But with regards to that's a residual income. So you're making money as you sleep. I mean, that's Warren Buffett I think says that that have ways of making money while you sleep. Okay, so don't. If you're only making money on what you're doing at work every single day, then you're only making that money, and that's just it's just there at that point. But you want that residual income, and we can definitely offer that for you as well. So in this, we are in a binary structure, and the thing is with this is with regards to getting people enrolled. So all we're doing is sharing information, and it's up to the people that you talk to and share this information with, whether they want to make obviously an informed decision. I'll give them enough information so they can actually make a decision on it. Except for Michael, she just signed right up.
I'm more like you.
Paperwork, let me sign up right now. But we definitely clarify a lot of stuff for you and make sure you understand everything going on here. But the business, the whole concept behind this binary structure is the fact that we're only working on 2 different teams. And there are other companies in this industry that go wide, and you have like 10 different teams. And so when you have people that you're enrolling, and you kind of want them to kind of work with other people, you kind of put them in teams where you think they're going to work best with, because those legs benefit each other. Well, we only have 2 legs. So you're benefiting everybody in 2 separate legs. And so when you enroll people, they have only 2 places to go, either on your left leg at the very bottom or your right leg at the very bottom. Well, guess what? Between where you enroll them at the bottom and all the way up to you and then even above, the volume that is associated with those products actually travels all the way up to each person on that side and all the way up to the very top of the company. And then obviously on the left side as well. So that is one thing that you benefit with cycles, that team commission I was telling you before with regards to volume. And I can answer questions after that road, because we don't have enough time to explain that whole concept. But just know that this is a team concept. One of the best parts about this, people ask, NFL, former NFL players, what did you miss most about the game? And I know they're looking for that, oh, game day, like that's a kicker, that's very, very stressful. So I don't miss game day at all. Sorry, Jim. Very, very, I was a kicker and it's incredibly stressful. So, but the thing I do miss most about it is that team camaraderie, that accountability, that teamwork, we're all in the same, we're all like-minded, we're all looking for that Super Bowl ring, right? So it's the same kind of concept. We're all looking for, financial freedom, we're all looking to help people, and we're all helping each other. And so that's one of the best parts about this company. And I'm telling you, some of the greatest people I've met in this company. So this is kind of an example of what that binary structure does with regards to cycles. So you look at residual cycles, you look at, these are things that happen weekly. Well, typically when you have a bigger team, you have a lot of volume, in both legs. If you cycle one time per week, you'd say, oh yeah, annual, $2,300. That's not a lot, but cycling one time a week doesn't take a whole lot. But then when you go down and you look at 100 cycles per week, you're averaging, and that's just one of the 8 ways-ish, 7 or 8 ways that we pay. Okay, it's going to be a bigger one, but you can look at just the 100 cycles per week, which is a little challenging because obviously the bigger teams you get, the more volume is traveling up, and the more cycles essentially you'll be getting off of those people. So you can get an idea of what those reach as far as annual income. Companies are super cool. One thing that I never did in the other companies I was in is ever earn any incentive trips. I've earned 2 so far already, and I'm about to earn this one. So I earned a Western Caribbean cruise in Tulum, which we're going on next month, less than a month away. 2 weeks. 2 weeks? Oh my gosh, time is flying. Yeah, and so I'm in this. I think this goes till January. As far as
Till February 2nd.
February 2nd. Yeah. We have a little time. We have a Filipino lady that just joined about 3 weeks ago. Her name is Tess. And the Filipinos, they're big family oriented. They love to eat and entertain and have people over, and that's what they do with this company. They bring the people over, and they just sign up as founders, left and right, 4 or 5 founders every meeting they have. They sign up a bunch of founders. I'll get into that in a second. But she earned this trip in 12 days. Well, I haven't even earned it yet. I got neighbors across the street that I'm just trying to get to just one meeting, come and see it. And they kind of blow me off. Okay, whatever, you're all missing out. I think they backed in my mailbox the other day too. So I might have to work. As a side note.
Now they have to.
So this is kind of and one of the other reasons, and Ricky and Francois Santomeyer are our team leaders here locally in Jacksonville. And I say they because they are the ones responsible for the #1 team in North America. So if you join our team, you will be on the #1 team in North America. The #2 team in the world, meaning the amount of volume, the amount of people that we have in our businesses. Ricky and Francois are leaders in this team, and they're actually here in Jacksonville as well. So we have access to them. They do meetings for us. I'm actually up in Nashville right now, doing a meeting for the lead guitarist of the band Lit, if you know who that is. Band, Jeremy Popoff is his name, and he's the lead guitarist for that band. Like it's pretty, like you may not know the band, but a lot of another really cool things about people in the business. I actually did a call for him not too long ago with a professional baseball player. I can't remember the guy's name. I'm not a big baseball fan, but he was legit. I actually looked him up and I go, oh my gosh. I was a little nervous on the call too.
Oh, man.
So a rock star and a professional baseball player I'm doing a call for, right? But I asked Ricky at the end of the meeting that I enrolled in eventually. I pinned him down on the couch, poked him in the I said, Ricky, bro, why am I going to join your company? Why should I? I mean, I've done these before and I haven't done very well. He goes, well, did the other companies have like any system or any training? I'm like, well, maybe a little training, but what do you mean system? He says, we have a system that's very easy to duplicate and they're very easy to do. And the best part about it is you're not even doing a lot of work. Wait, what? That's all I did in the other ones. He goes, that's your problem. So you were throwing up, I was throwing up all kinds of information on people, and they were running away from me. I'm like, I studied, I did all. That's the thing. It's like you don't have to do it. We're up here doing the presentations, and eventually, if you want to do, you can as well. But I'm passionate about this stuff. I want to learn it. I want to present it. I want people to understand it. But this is kind of part of the system. This is really where we're going for. The e-commerce ready. I mean, we have all kinds of stuff. in this training mentorship. This is a kind of a self help sort of business too. Obviously, if you feel better about yourself as a person and as a go-getter, you're going to get more business, which helps everybody out, including yourself. So, duplicate system I mentioned before, personal growth, that was what I was just talking about there. Marketing and media, as Heather said, shout out to our marketing department, but also with just stuff that we have provided for us and our team on boards. We have all kinds of marketing stuff that we can share. When the time's right. Now, that's the biggest mistake you can make, is throwing up a bunch of stuff on them immediately. Just let them, it's just a trickle process. We're just giving little bits of information at a time. And obviously that they can make a decision after that point, after they're informed on everything. So with regards to the turnkey provider program, I was part of this program as well. We're kind of hand selected and just, who wants to help out? And I do videos and PDFs and Photoshops and stuff like that. So I was able to do a lot of the tutorial videos in this as well. But give you an example of what this is. Because of all the doctors that we have, by the way, we have around 1,000 doctors in our team, not the company, but in our Ricky and Francois team, the Euchre Nation. We have about over maybe 1,000 doctors in the team. And a lot of them, this is why the provider program was created, is because a lot of doctors don't really care for the direct sales aspect of this. They don't really want to learn how we sell these things. So we actually came up with a system to do that for them. So we actually give them everything they're going to need. We actually help them with a display even in their office. And so it's a streamlining process for doctors of all practices, really, who don't want to deal with the whole sales side of it, to just let it run itself. That's what we've created, this streamlined process to kind of let the sales kind of happen as they go. And most of them buy a bunch of product. I sent out a message to my team the other day, and I said, you guys too, about a chiropractor in my business. Now, she's a level 5 for me. If you understand what that means, and this is actually true. I enrolled Eric. Eric enrolled Scott. Scott enrolled his son Luke. Luke enrolled Marcy DeSanto. Marcy enrolled Allie, which is her daughter, and Allie and her husband, are chiropractors. They own a couple chiropractors. They, in the last 5 days between September 20th and September 25th, just recently, have ordered close to $3,000, or I can't remember exactly the number, a lot of volume worth of products. Well, guess what? That gave me about a $350 to my next check. Those purchases alone, and that's just one provider. Now, I know that there's people in this industry, in this company that we're in here with 3 that have a lot of in that, so they're getting a lot of volume too. So just that kind of an example of how much volume can happen in your business just by having a provider, because they buy them in bulk and then they just resell or retail sell them out of their clinic. So good stuff there. So how do you get started? What are we here for? You can become a customer, just buy products at retail if you want. No big deal. There's nothing, no quotas or no nothing. You're just a retail customer. I don't recommend that, because you can also become a brand ambassador and do the same thing a retail customer does. You can buy products if you want to, when you want to. If you don't want to participate in the compensation plan, you can do that. What's that? Yeah, well, it's less money. Of course, you get wholesale pricing. But also, if you want to participate in the compensation plan, you can't do it as a customer. You have to be a brand ambassador. So what happens is, a lot of people, I talk them into, I don't want to talk them into, but I talk to them about this option. It's the same thing as, you can treat it the same thing as a customer if you want to, and just buy products when you want to. But what's happened with a lot of people that I've enrolled, if they just want to just get their feet wet and try the products, I'm not really sure, I want to just try the products. They end up liking the products, and guess what they end up doing after that? They just start talking to people. Like, if you see a movie that you love, and you just keep your mouth shut, you need to tell people about it. The theater and the directors of the movie and all that production company, they didn't pay you for your referral, but we get paid for referring this opportunity. So brand ambassador is the other option, obviously, with regards to the compensation plan. So if you come in as a brand ambassador, these are the 4 packs that we recommend. You don't have to, but if you want to work the business and at least be an active brand ambassador, every one of these packs will get you active, because you need at least 100 volume, 100 CV commissionable volume to be considered an active brand ambassador. So even this one gives you that, gives the new brand ambassador that active status. But the bubbles in these refer to the amount of products per month that you get. Their month values there. I'll talk about the But this gives you an example. We always say get in, refit in. Of course, people sometimes if they can't afford the founders or business, whatever, they get in some of these. But if you do one of these, obviously, I would recommend trying some other products because, as Heather was mentioning, with regards to all of our 7 products now, but when we first started the company, those original products are kind of meant for use to using all together as a system. Dave Guba calls it a system for optimal health, right? So we at least want you to try a couple more with that, with this intro pack, but it's clearly up to you. But that gives you an example of what these come with and the amounts of as far as what the cost is. Obviously, that's some people think that it's expensive, but if you want to be a business owner and you want a ton of product, that's something that's worth a shot. I came in as a founder. How many founders do we have? Yeah, the majority of us are founders. Yes. Michael, raise your hand. You're founders. Give me a last night as a founder. So good stuff. But there's a lot of cool things about this opportunity that are enticing, and that's a lot of reasons why we have so many hands raised in here is because of the fact that mentioned that the company gives you a $100 token. Again, that's one of the 7 or 8 ways we get paid. Just a token is basically a dollar value that you can use for gifting away, like Jim and Rosa have done with regards. Oh, actually, they yes, Jim and Rosa here. So that's one thing. But the other thing is the company will pay you at a higher pay rate for the first 3 months in the company. So that's cool because they want to incentivize you to get your money back sooner than later, right? The next thing that they do is they give you. So if you're a traditional business owner, you have overhead. You pay your lights, your electricity, your rent, your all this stuff you pay. Everyone, we have businesses. Jim sold a business not too long ago for lots of but understand that you have overhead, right? Well, our overhead, because we are a business, our overhead, so not traditional retail clearly, but our overhead is just buying product every month. And it's a minimum of 60 bowling points, which can be as little as about $120 a month. Okay. So with this founders pack though, the company will put those 60 bowling points in your system every single month without you buying any more product for a whole year. So you won't have to technically buy any more product unless you run out. You get an eight of those Visage, and they've changed this up a little bit because when they added this, they had to make some changes, but or of each product because there were 6, but now there's 7. So they've kind of gone down a little bit on the products, but if you run out of product, obviously, and you can spread them out if you want to, whatever. I take every single product every single day, and I've not missed a day of all the products. I'm very consistent. I'm anal about that because I was a kicker, I'm very detailed. I'm regimented. But with regards to that, so the company pays every single month. You don't have to pay another dime for 12 months. But those aren't even the best parts. The best part is that 2% global revenue share. What happens with that is the company, and it's a global revenue share. So it calculates every single week, because again, we get paid weekly. Every single week, it'll calculate what it did globally in revenue. You all understand that revenue is a bigger number than profit, right? Okay, so they take that number and they take 2% of that figure and they throw that 2% figure into a pool. And so everyone that comes in as a founder has the ability to earn shares in that pool. Okay, so look at it is I'm going to work the business as good as I can to begin with. And in the process of doing that, I'm earning shares in something I paid for one time. And that's the same thing for everyone that's a founder. You'll have to pay for it one time. Once you're a founder, you're always a founder. Of course, the company is kind of incentivizing us because company's new, and hey, we want to give these people an incentive for trusting us and just loving the company and all that. Well, we want to incentivize them reward if they come in as founders. Now they're limited. Company's only offering 30,000 of these things, so it could be over anytime soon. I'm guessing another 4 or 5 months. I don't even know. I can't even guess really how far we are off. But there's a lot of people who are getting involved in this as well. So to give you an example, I'll bring up Ricky and Francois again. Yes, I have a lot of people in the organization. I'm one. We all are whoever's in. We're all in under them, right? But they made about $1 million in the first year. Okay, 900,000 roughly of the million was just their basic business, right? They're doing what I'm doing. We're all doing. We're all trying to make money, right? The other 100 grand ish from that, nah. And we're only 18 months old. Okay, so when we get to a position where we are a multi-billion-dollar company, which is very, very possible, on track right now to be $1 billion company in the next 4 years, 3 or 4 years. Okay, so we're heading that way anyways, but when the bigger the company gets, the bigger this pool's gonna get. It's obviously sales, it's revenue, okay? So that's exciting, okay? I know people who have had an opportunity to happy that they have, especially the ones that are working. And we've got founders that haven't really done a whole lot, which is okay, but they're not gonna really make much money in the founding because they're not really earning share. So that gives you an idea of what we are. This kind of shows you, we are expanding, we're everywhere. I think we're in Tampa over there. There's a lot of meetings over in Tampa. This is actually tomorrow, at Dr. Nikita, her place, and then Hillary Schumann. She was a Jaguar cheerleader, never done direct sales, never done anything in sales before in her life. She's already made 6 figures in this business. She's never done anything like this before. Very, very coachable. She's very, very good. Obviously meetings in Tampa as well. One in Palm Coast. That one there is in Palm Coast. That's a doctor, Dr. Leek. She's down in St. Augustine, and she does a lot of so she's very, very good. Pauline Corbin Roush. They enrolled Ricky and Francois, so that tells you where they are. They're 8-figure earners in the industry. They're very, very good at what they do. They're going to keep coming to Tampa because she's going on a roll. She's pregnant, 4 kids, 3 kids, and 4th on the way. And she just hit this. She enrolled that Filipino chick, Tess. So she's doing pretty good because Tess is doing good, right? So they're kicking butt now down in
You
Tampa.
know American Idol.
Right? Yeah, she's a singer. Yeah, we have a lot of talented people in these people. Yeah, for sure. And they own a ton of businesses too. But I think this one might take over all of them. They might just retire into the sunset doing this. Okay, and then I think there's one more. Here, that one is in Greenfield Springs on the 9th. So there's a bunch of different meetings in that areas, and these are just kind of in this, Florida area. There's Texas. There's got them all over the place. I have people in Idaho. Jim just came back from Idaho, Washington State. So with regards to this is kind of a silly slide. I'll just kind of summarize it for you. Group 1, you don't care about your health and money, and you just want to dip out and go, oh, that's cool. We still love you. No big deal. Group 2 is you want to just be more like a customer. You want to just try the products and kind of just go with that. Group 3 is you want to get your feet wet in the business. And then group 4 is like you're all in. You want to be, as a founder, come on in and you care about your health and you want to make some money with this. Okay. Is somebody hacked into our Zoom or something?
That's what we were just thinking.
So obviously kind of understand where you fit in as far as this group. But that is the last, this is the last slide actually. This is our convention just recently. This is our team. This is just Youth Crew Nation that made it to Salt Lake City for our convention. So I'm pictured in there somewhere. I know Jim DeRosa probably in there as well. So a bunch of people, but it's actually kind of a small group because it was in August. It was kind of bad timing. Kids were getting out of school, and so it was kind of bad timing. But we definitely love having an organization, and we have a lot of help with our team. We're always available to do connect calls, to kind of share the information with your people, which is the best part about it. And then also with regards to the Zoom, assuming over. That we can answer questions if you guys have any questions.
So why don't we go ahead and do that? We'll open it up. So we actually are representing like 4 or 5 states right now on Zoom. And what Mike's going to do, he's going to jump on his Zoom real quick so we can see you guys if you want to come off a video. And if you have any questions that you may have, I know Marisol down in Melbourne, right? Yeah, she's been absolutely killing it for us. That would be if you want to maybe kick off and just tell us a little something, or if you have any questions.
Recording in progress.
So I'm muted.
Back out of there, yeah.
Mine.
Yeah, anybody on Zoom want to speak up?
Well, that's not going to work. Can they hear us still or not?
Yeah, I think.
It's a great presentation. Kevin.
Dog.
Since you guys see my.
We're good. We should go on mute.
Unfortunately.
Hi, Melbourne is good. Thank you for your presentation. Yeah, they're good. Okay, bye.